What about flying straight into the pit of a rattlesnake? This might just be the most spine-chilling encounter yet. The footage reveals a writhing cluster of venomous vipers, each one coiled and ready to strike with deadly precision. While surveying a dry, bushy area from above, a drone operator stumbled upon a sight few would dare to witness up close: a snake pit teeming with countless rattlesnakes. At first, the reptiles seemed unbothered by the buzzing intruder hovering above their lair. But as the drone edged closer for a better look, the mood quickly changed. One snake suddenly lashed out, striking at the machine with lightning speed. That single attack set off a chain reaction, as more rattlesnakes joined in, lunging and snapping their venomous fangs at the drone. Within moments, the device was overwhelmed, dragged down into the pit and surrounded by a seething mass of nature's most lethal predators. It was a terrifying reminder of just how dangerous it can be to invade the hidden world of rattlesnakes, even with a camera in the sky. At first glance, it looks as though the ocean has been invaded by billions of jellyfish, their shapes dotting the turquoise waters in every direction. But upon closer inspection, the truth is even more astonishing. Those tiny specks drifting across the surface are not jellyfish at all, but green sea turtles. This breathtaking spectacle was captured by a team of scientists conducting an aerial survey over the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. What they recorded was nothing short of extraordinary. An estimated 64,000 turtles gathered together in one of nature's most remarkable events. Far from being a cause for alarm, marine biologists explained that this incredible gathering was part of the turtles' natural cycle. The massive congregation of these shelled reptiles marked the peak of their nesting season as they circled offshore, patiently waiting for their moment to come ashore and lay their eggs on the sandy beaches, the largest breeding ground for green sea turtles on the planet. In the middle of nowhere beneath a lonely bridge, a drone operator stumbled upon something that sent chills down his spine. As the drone hovered and spun around the shoreline, it captured what appeared to be the body of a deceased person lying motionless along the edge of the river. But just as the operator prepared for the worst, the scene took an eerie turn. The lifeless body suddenly began to move. Slowly, the figure stood upright, casually tossing rocks into the water before staggering around the steep ground with strange, unsteady movements. His behavior was unsettling, his presence almost otherworldly. After stumbling aimlessly for a while, he slipped back under the bridge, only to reappear moments later on the opposite side. Then his attention turned toward the drone. With sudden aggression, he tried to strike it down, but when his efforts failed, he bolted, sprinting across the terrain in a frantic attempt to escape. Before the drone could give chase, the footage abruptly cut off due to a technical failure. The mysterious man vanished into the wilderness that day, his identity and intentions unknown, leaving behind only a chilling piece of footage and a mystery that may never be solved. This is what happens when you try flying a drone in Tokyo's no-fly zone. The police deploy a drone of their own to chase it down and take it out. It's a fascinating high-tech standoff in the sky, showing just how seriously authorities take airspace violations in crowded cities. The real question is about legality. If police drones operate in a restricted zone, do they technically break the same law, or do they get a free pass for protecting public safety? A drone enthusiast exploring the Atlantic Ocean near Cape Cod spotted a strange shadow moving between the rocks. At first, he thought it was just a seal with a fish, but on closer look, the figure had a long, thin body and what appeared to be an arm-like limb stretching out from the waves. That's something far too humanoid to brush off as just another sea animal. And this isn't the first time such a sighting has been reported. About a decade ago, another drone captured footage of a mermaid-like creature perched on a rock before it quickly slipped away as if it sensed it was being watched. Could these mysterious beings actually exist beneath the ocean's depths? If mermaids are real, perhaps other mythical sea creatures are waiting to be discovered. Hoping to capture something unique for his channel, a young YouTuber set out to explore an eerie, uncharted road that cuts straight through a dense forest. With his drone soaring above the treetops, he began recording the desolate stretch of asphalt when suddenly, something unsettling came into view. Out of nowhere, a mysterious figure emerged, dressed in full clown attire. As the drone hovered overhead, the clown's mood darkened. He picked up rocks and hurled them toward the buzzing camera in an attempt to bring it down. For a moment, it seemed as if he had vanished completely, but then, from beneath the canopy, he reappeared, lunging again at the drone in a second attempt to strike it from the sky. Moments later, the clown slipped back into the forest, this time vanishing for good, leaving behind only a chilling piece of footage and countless unanswered questions. Remember thinking the terrifying xenomorphs from Aliens were nothing more than Hollywood's CGI? Think again. Something eerily similar was spotted moving through a forest in the United States, and the chilling footage might never have been noticed if it weren't for a drone quietly scanning the area from above. At first, the figures appeared as nothing more than shadows slipping between the trees. But as the drone zoomed in, their inhumanly tall frames and elongated, unnatural movements became impossible to ignore. You're always being watched, even miles up in the sky. This is 𝐬𝐮𝐻, hidden in the vast Gobi Desert of northwest China, ominously nicknamed the Devil's Eye for its haunting appearance. From above, it looks like a blazing pupil staring back at you, and its eerie reputation is only matched by its deadly nature. Tourists are usually kept at a safe distance from the edge, but even from afar, the surreal view is unforgettable. The Devil's Eye is both a natural wonder and a chilling reminder of how beautiful and hostile our planet can be. A drone captured a truly eerie sight, dozens of wooden coffins hanging off the side of a cliff in China. While it looks unsettling, this practice has deep cultural roots. Ancient communities believed placing the dead high above the ground kept them safe from animals, floods, and decay, while also bringing them spiritually closer to the heavens. Though the ritual has nearly vanished in modern times, the remains of this haunting tradition still exist today, with more than 100 coffins clinging to the cliffs, silently watching over the valleys below. It's both chilling and fascinating to witness a custom that once blended reverence, fear, and faith in such a dramatic way. While filming the untouched wilderness of northern Ontario with a high-resolution drone, a man stumbled upon an incredible scene that few ever get to witness. His drone hovered over a serene lake, capturing the beauty of a moose wandering through the ankle-deep water near the shore. As he brought the drone in closer for a better look, the calmness of nature was shattered. Out of the dense bushes, a wolf suddenly charged, its powerful jaws latching onto the moose in a desperate attempt to bring it down. But the moose was not ready to surrender. With sheer strength and determination, it fought back, kicking fiercely at the predator. The struggle escalated as the moose pushed its attacker into deeper waters, using the lake itself as a weapon. The wolf, realizing it had lost the upper hand, eventually released its grip and retreated, leaving the moose battered but victorious. A 3-year-old dog had wandered deep into a marshland, and despite endless attempts from officers and its worried owners, the frightened canine refused to come out. For 2 long days, it remained stranded, paralyzed by fear as the rising tide threatened to trap it and sweep it away. With time running out, rescuers came up with an unusual plan, tying a sausage to a drone with a rope. As bizarre as it sounded, the strategy worked perfectly. Hungry and exhausted, the dog couldn't resist the tempting treat and eagerly followed the flying snack out of danger, turning a desperate situation into a heartwarming rescue. The clever trick not only saved the dog's life, but also proved that sometimes the simplest ideas are the most effective. Drones can be incredibly useful, but sometimes they cause unexpected chaos. In this wild moment, an African villager saw a drone for the first time and didn't take it well. Having never encountered modern technology, not even a smartphone, she naturally assumed the hovering, buzzing device was some kind of malevolent force. The closer it got, the more frantic she became, muttering words to ward off what she believed was an evil incantation. Meanwhile, the drone's owner couldn't help but watch the hilarious spectacle unfold, letting her panic continue for several minutes before finally stepping in to explain what it really was. This is why women live longer. Hard to believe, but true. A man was casually sunbathing atop a windmill, probably as tall as 80 meters. Who would attempt something this reckless? Maybe he just wanted some fresh air, unaware of how visible he was from below. Turns out, this isn't a one-off stunt. Meet Brother Joseph Byron, a Benedictine monk who has been lounging on windmills since 2006, turning extreme relaxation into a long-standing tradition. This is the moment a dam in Chile opened its gates, releasing thousands of gallons of water, all caught by a drone flying nearby. The decision wasn't made lightly. Torrential rains in 2023 had turned the area into a flash flood hotspot, forcing the government to act for citizen safety. The controlled release is the most efficient way to manage water pressure, preventing catastrophic flooding downstream. You can almost feel the sheer force of the water as it surges out, truly a breathtaking display of nature and engineering combined. The scale and power of the flow make it clear just how critical these measures are.